understand that the path, the spiritual path, right, is like one facet is really truly understanding that many truths can be true at the same time,
Mm,
right? Now, and I say this till I'm blue in my face. People that are in my world hear me say this all the time. It's that, I have my truth, you have your truth, they have their truth, but then there is simply truth above all, right? And so the journey, the hero's journey is this, in one way, consistent, and I don't want to say it's not from a place of seeking, although it may begin that way for many. But it is a journey of refinement, I believe. And it's through this refinement that we get to access deeper truths. And as we access those deeper truths, our perspectives shift. And as our perspective shifts, consciousness shifts. And as consciousness shifts, we evolve, we embody, all of this kind of stuff. Okay. So, yes, is it unique in terms of like your last question there? And like, can I sniff that out right away?
mhm,
I mean, look, I believe in my personal journey, one of the gifts that I do have in terms of, what we call the clairs, being clairvoyant,
yeah.
claircognizant, all of this. So yes, there's all of this, but in French, we call it clairlien, or like the nose. We can literally sniff out distortion, which is likely what made me a pretty decent police officer at one point, right? It was like I was pretty good at the whole like interview and interrogation part. And I was pretty good at like, and then, obviously being able to recognize patterns, right?
Mhm.
This pattern recognition, this feeling into the different energies of said patterns and how they feel in my body, right? And that's going to be different for everybody. That's gonna be different for everybody. So, as I go along my journey, yes, I did get, better at doing that, but again, it always comes back down to, so long as like, I could be practicing all the shamanic arts I want. If I am not going deep into the shadow of why I still do not feel safe in this world,
Mhm.
that fear is going to constantly override anything that my God-given medicine and nose can actually do.